Hi guys, thanks for joining my live. I'm at work. I hope you have a blessed morning. Pray where you lay your head. Pray before you leave the house. And just remember, not everybody that smiles at you is there for you. We all go through things, believe fake stories. Friendships get destroyed. It's sad. You know what's sad? When you actually put your trust into somebody, you believe that that person will never hurt you, nor forsake you, nor destroy you. But the ones that smile with you, that listen to you, that laughs with you, keep your eyes open. You know, sometimes your mind will tell you the truth about somebody, but your heart could not believe it. Oh, what are you doing, kiddo? You can't believe everything somebody says to you. There's so many people who they say, oh, well, if you have friends and your friend's been your friend for 10 to 15 years or since high school, they will never betray you. That's not true. Sometimes your own friends could be your enemy deep down inside, but your good heart didn't see it. The mind that you have, keep saying to yourself, you know what? Hello. My friend would never do that. They've been there for me for so long. I gotta watch my enemies. You don't have to watch your enemies because, good morning, my friend. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. I'll just say Daily. You never have to. Thank you for the likes. If you like, I'm doing all right, Sassy. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. If you like the live, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Terri Hyppolite. I just feel like I need to tell the truth. People are so drawn to the wrong people in their lives. I'm doing all right, thank you. They can't see. It's like we're blinded by the love that we have for our friend, our family, even a husband or a boyfriend. Thank you for the likes. And the problem with that is, right, we're too blinded that we can't see the truth. They say, me, I'm from New Jersey. They say sometimes in life you can't see the truth because you're too busy looking on the inside of the person's heart. And sometimes you have to rearrange your mindset. You have to rearrange the people that you hang out with because the person you knew back in high school that you were friends with for 20 years cannot be the same person that you know now. Sometimes when you elevate in life and you get to a position where you feel comfortable, where you worked hard to succeed and to get at, sometimes friends, they like to see you on the bottom. They like to see when you struggle, when you're calling them and telling them your problems. Sometimes people in life, they don't want to see you bigger than them, better than them. They always want to be over you. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for subscribing. See, the problem in today's society is People need to cheer other people on. You need to say, you know what? I'm happy for you. I knew you can do it. But people have so much cold hard vengeance inside of them that they don't want to see nobody win. If they didn't win the race, they hate on the person that actually won it. Me, I'm here to strive for success. I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I'm trying to be me. I'm not trying to be the last person. I'm not joining in a crowd that's not praising the people that need to be praised for their accomplishments. I believe if I didn't make it and somebody else did, congratulations. You know, they say a kind heart with a kind soul will take you further than listening to your mind. See, they say your mind plays tricks on you. It makes you believe in things that aren't true. But it's not always the mind. Sometimes you have to change the people you're around. Sometimes you have to bring a new circle in and get rid of the old one. See, sometimes people don't believe in throwing out old things because they say, well, the old things were better than the new ones. They last longer. That's not true. Sometimes a new friendship that walked into your life could be better than your old one. Sometimes a new person that comes to you could be the one that can change you. You are a living testimony of your own truth. Anybody can say anything they want about you. But one thing they can't say is that you wasn't a fighter. You wasn't a champion. You didn't jump through hoops and hurdles like they did. While everybody was running for the easy way out, you was right there standing and you said, you know what? I'm going to stand tall. I'm going to continue to fight and I'm not going to lose this battle. Because a true champion is not somebody that wins the race. It's somebody that never quit, that never gave up on themselves, that believe if I didn't run today and I didn't make it today to the finish line, that doesn't mean I got to stop running. You keep on running. And you run until you feel comfortable. Until you feel like you did everything you could. Who are we to judge anyone? See, I'm on a boat of a non-judgmental boat. I'm here for one purpose only. To better myself. How many people can you really say that you helped? When you make it all the way to the top of the mountain, who's going to cheer your name? Who's going to say you did it? I knew you can do it. If people showed more grace and less hatred, the world would be a better place. If people had more compassion and less backstabbing, the world would be a better place. If people actually believed in themselves instead of letting people tell them what they really are, the world would be a better place. If people looked in the mirror and said that I am beautiful, I am worthy of love, I might not be the person for you, but there's somebody for everybody. People look for the hourglass shapes, the plastic Barbie dolls, the ones that they consider to be the beauty queen. The ones they say that they can look at in a magazine all day and never get tired of looking until their eyes hurt, till they fall asleep. See, I'm not looking for beauty. I'm looking for love, a kind-hearted person. Somebody that will actually look me in the face and say, you know what? I love you, babe. I know sometimes I don't show it. Or sometimes I act like I don't. But deep down inside I do. See, everybody's carrying their own baggage. We all cry in the dark. We all have issues that we cannot correct. When somebody's giving you a problem, or if you feel like that person is backing away from you, that means that they need you more in their life. They need you to say, you know what, baby girl? It's going to be all right. You know what, babe? You got this. You fought battles before I was even in the war. I don't know how many battles you lost, but I'm here to fix it. I'm here to turn a zero into a hero. I'm here to turn your struggles, your pain, your agony, your suffering. I know I can't change everything that happened to you before I was there. But while I'm here now, I'm going to do the best I can to try to fix it. I'm going to try to do the best that I can to be the person that you need me to be. I can't solve all your problems. I can't wipe away all your tears. But one thing I can say I can do is stand right beside you. I can hold your hand, walk with you. And when you're ready to run, we'll run. See, because people fail to realize they're too busy giving up on love and friendships. That's the sad part. We're running races that we can't win. We're breathing heavy. We're saying to ourselves, what did I do to deserve this? Sometimes you think you're getting a punishment because somebody put something on you so you can get bad luck. That's not why you're being punished. We all go through tornadoes, storms. We all have our days where we wake up and we're like, oh man, I wish I can go back to sleep because I'm having a horrible day. But if we did that, what does that say about our self-esteem? Sometimes people wake up, they go to work, you know why? Because they have to mouth to feed. They got people to feed. They got a roof and a house to make sure that they keep. What are you going to say to yourself? What would you say to your younger self? And what would you say to yourself now when you're older? What would you say to yourself when you was a teenager? Sometimes kids had the worst. They didn't know where their next meal would come. They didn't know if they would be able to eat. They went to school, but they didn't have all the nice clothes, the fancy sneakers. The kids would make fun of them. Sometimes they go home crying. Sometimes they skip school every day because they didn't want to go to school because they were being laughed at. The worst is when people used to call other people's parents poor. To me, there's no such thing as poor. People are not poor because they want to be poor. People are not struggling because they're lazy. People are not getting help because they don't want to work. Sometimes in today's society, they're not looking for unity. They're looking for separation. They're not looking for love. They're looking for hate. They're not looking to uplift. They're looking to bring you down. It's like for every good thing that happens, something bad comes right behind it. Sometimes they say, oh, why does the most evil, cold-hearted person get all the good luck? Why I work so hard and I struggle so bad, but I'm still in the same spot? When will I be able to move forward and have a smile on my face and say that I did it? When is it my turn to shine? When am I going to be the person that I need to be? When will my luck come back? You know, the worst thing is life, to be honest, and I know a lot of people been through it, is when you sat by somebody's side, you rode for them so hard, and you were still trying to find ways to ride for them even harder to keep them, but they left. Some people say the wind blew them away. It wasn't the wind. It was the flames of the dying love that they once had for you, they no longer do. It was because the love that they once knew, it disappeared. Never try to light a burning candle. Never try to find a replacement that looks like the one that you once had before. Sometimes life is not destined for that person to be with you forever. Don't keep somebody that don't want to be kept. Because all you're doing is separating them even further. Some people, they buy their love through gifts, money. That doesn't work. That's not going to keep somebody. It's going to keep them around, but it's not going to keep them around because they love you. It's keeping them around because you're showering them with the things that the side person could not give. If that love wasn't meant for you, sometimes it's better to leave. Why stay in a sticky situation when there could be somebody else that could wine and dine? People are trying to keep the old, when sometimes if you go looking for new, you might find better. You might find somebody that says, I love you and really do love you. The one that'll call you their future wife and put a ring on your finger and says, you know what? I waited for a man like you my whole life. I had so many bad fish. I put them back in the sea. I didn't know if God was ever going to send somebody for me. I thought I would have just left by myself. But you always have to wait. Because if that love was meant for you, then that person would be willing to wait. If a person rushes you and tells you, do this and do that, I don't want you talking to this, I don't want you talking to that, that's that low self-esteem. That's the one where they can't trust you, but they want you to trust them. People don't like to have conversations because they say, you know what? I don't like to tell my business. You're not telling your business, you're sharing a story. And sometimes the pain and the tears that flows down your eyes when you share your struggles could be the same struggles somebody else once had and got through and probably knows how to get you out of it. Sometimes your elders used to say, you know what? Keep your secrets to yourself. Don't tell people your business. They'll judge you. They'll laugh at you. They'll talk about you. But what would your friends do if you wasn't around? The same thing. But the two different scenarios is, these people are doing to your face. Your friends will talk about you behind your back. Oh, look at Sally. She thinks she's all that. Oh, look at Jim. Jim thinks he's the prettiest person in the whole group. You see what I'm saying? I always tell people, they say if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Never tell a person to stay silent, because everybody's allowed to speak. But if you're not going to speak nothing good about me, then don't speak about me at all. If you're not going to say everything nice that I did for you, then don't say nothing to me at all. If you're not going to tell the truth, then I don't need you to spread no lies about me. I can spread lies about myself by myself. I don't need you to do my job. You know what's the sad part about relationships that I realize sometimes in people's lives? Sometimes they'll meet a person. The person will tell them, oh, you have nothing to worry about. They'll help the person out. And then they're like, you know what? Can you help me a little bit? Sure, no problem, babe. Or, No problem, honey. I got you. Whatever you want, you can have it. They give the person, they help. But guess what? When the person feels like they had enough help, their bank account was stacked up so high from all of the money that they've been giving them that they didn't have to touch, then they run. When your money run dry, they run. When they're no longer able to take your card and take it to the ATM, they run. When they know you're not giving any more money, they go to the next available ATM, the next available female, the next available guy. See, the sad part about relationships, friendships, is that most of them don't last. Because when a person goes broke, they disappear. When your friend is going through tough time and need a couple dollars, they're like, I'm not helping them. That's not my problem. I got my own pile of mud that I got to worry about. But they didn't remember when you helped them when they was in their sticky situation. See, people like when you help them, but they won't help you. They don't believe in the old concept, one hand washes the other. That's the sad part. People sometimes wonder. You know what I've always thought, and this is just my opinion. What is the point in working when you're never going to be able to pay all of your bills? When you're still going to be struggling and have to decide which bill is more important to pay first? If I were you, I'd buy an RV. I would live in an RV. You know why it's better to live in an RV? You don't pay no rent. The only thing you're going to fix is the RV, and that's probably like $500 a month. That's what I would do. And you know what's good about having an RV or a mobile home on wheels? Your rent never goes up. Your electricity never gets high. There are things you can do. That's what I would do. I'd park my RV in the woods. Get a long RV for my family of 3 or 4. The long ones. Drive it to the woods, park it. And we live in an RV. We need to take a shower. They got showers inside, bathrooms inside. You just fill up the water thing. You want to fill it up? Guess what? You can go to the park. If they don't have it at the park, you take somebody's water hose at 7-Eleven, pay them $10 to fill up your whole container. There's things people can do to save money, but people are not willing to downsize. Spread the word. Live in an RV. Your rent doesn't go up. You're not paying $1,000 for a fan, an air conditioner. See, people want to live fancy. I don't want to live fancy. I just want to be able to make it. If you like the live, please hit a like button. Hit the like button. Or hit me with a follow, please. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You get all the latest news outbreaks. If you like the live, you can hit me with a like or subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, you can post in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer it. I'm not taking any secrets with me when I leave. I believe in helping somebody out more than keeping things inside. I believe that if I'm going through a certain type of struggle and somebody says, "How you doing?" I'm not going to say I'm fine when I'm not fine. I'll be like, "Do you have a minute to talk? You have a minute to listen?" Oh my God, I'm going through the same thing. A few moments of conversation can save somebody from doing the unthinkable. Just look at yourself today, right? And look at yourself from when you was a teenager to a grown up now. And say, what would you say to yourself back then to what you would say to yourself now? If I was my... What's the situation? Life's the situation. We're all struggling. We don't know where our next meal is going to come to feed our families. We don't know if we'll have enough money to pay our bills. It's like in today's society, they want us. They don't want us to win. They want us to fail. And we always have to find ways to get out of our own mud puddle. Not everybody that says hello really means it. Not everybody that says, "Oh, if you need anything, I got you." Nobody really got nobody. Everybody's fending for themselves. And the ones that actually do, some of them are just looking to milk you dry. They're looking to clean you out. They'll say, "Man, can you help me? I got you next week." Next week gets here. "Oh, you know what? I went into a sticky situation. I'm sorry, I don't have it. I know I was supposed to give it to you." See, everybody wants you to help them. Not every friend in your circle is really your friend. I've had people that I was friends with back then, and I thought we was going to be friends forever. But you know what? It didn't end up like that. I was talked about. I was laughed at. I was taken advantage of. But you know one thing they didn't take? Yeah, I learned. I learned from the haters, the doubters, the unappreciators. I learned about life. I learned that not everybody who says I have you will have your back. Not everybody who says, "You know what, if you fall back, I'll catch you." They're not going to catch you. They're going to laugh at you. The friend group that you once had back then, some people like, "Oh, we've been friends for 20 years. Oh, we've been friends since high school. Oh, that's my friend since we were kids. We lived on the same block." Well, one thing people need to realize, seasons change. Not every smile, not every sun that comes out means you're going to have a good day. Nobody's really here for anybody. You just learn your lesson. You learn in life, you grow from it, and you just try to do the best that you can. Struggles are real. They're not fake. Sometimes people used to say, "Oh, this person, they're the worst person. They talk the most crap. They do the most messed up things. But how come they still got everything?" Just because a person looks like they have it all, that doesn't mean they do. You don't know how many undermining, crooked things they had to do to get where they got. See, I don't want to do anything shady. I don't want to be a shady Brady. I want to be an honest person. One that will work hard to get whatever I get. You know, they say in life you can't help everybody that needs help, which is true. Sometimes you help one person that one time, and then they think because you helped them that one time that you're supposed to help them every single time they ask. And then they're like, "Oh man, I asked you for help. You helped me last time. Why you can't help me this time?" You know what? The seasons changed. Last time I had it, this time I don't have it. And if a person doesn't understand that you're not always going to be there to help them, then that was never your true friend to begin with. They were just here to milk you dry, to see what they can get out of you. And when they felt like you had nothing left, they drained every single thing in your body. They drained you out. They will walk away victorious. Because that was their plan all along. They never want to see you grow. What the hell? Nobody knows what you've been through. Nobody knows what they say about you. 'Cause nobody knows the real you. 'Cause that's the kind of love that nobody knows. Don't give up. Never give up on life. Even when it gets hard. Just know that your tears are not the only tears that cries. You were here for a reason, not a season. Every battle that you fought, you're not going to win. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. Best advice. The best advice you ever received. Preach it. You know the best advice that I ever received was that you can't please everybody. You can give a person $1 million. If they don't like you, they're never gonna like you. Never be afraid to cry. I remember one time I cried and they said to me, "Oh, don't cry. You should have never cried in front of people because crying makes you weak." But if you don't cry, how can you express yourself? If you don't let out your tears, your anger, and your rage, and you hold it deep down inside, it's going to be worse. The only thing I got to hold on to is my dignity, my pride, and my self-respect. If I lose those 3 things, I lose it all. Sometimes a person will do something to you, and then they'll think that you're just supposed to forget about it. But I can't forget about it. When people do the unthinkable, they say things that you would never expect anybody to say. You have to look into yourself. You have to say to yourself, is this what I wanted? Is this the type of thing that I was aiming for? I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. No matter the distance, I'll stand by you. Oh, back and back and back. You know, I had to fight so many battles in my life that I didn't think I was going to win. I really didn't. There are so many things that happened to me when I was younger, teenager, even when I got older. I held it in deep down inside. I used to cry for months until my eyes got swollen with tears. Had to go to work the next day and they asked me what was wrong. The sad part is you can't explain. You can't get it out because you're too busy crying. They say you can't fix what's broken. You can't fix a broken heart, no matter how hard you try. You can't really say much to anybody. A lot of people. Hello, Cole. If you have any questions, just post in the comment section below. I'm just talking about life. The struggles that we all go through. Thank you for the like. The struggles that we go through sometimes, you know. People always expect us to be perfect. They expect us to carry everything on our backs. They tell you if you're mad, suck it up. If you're about to cry, crying makes you weak. But how can you let out your anger and your emotions that you have deep down inside if you don't cry it out? I've cried so many tears over my lifetime. I don't have any more to give. Thank you for the love. People always want people to be perfect. They want them to be the best. But how can somebody be the best sometimes when people bring out the worst in them? How can somebody actually be what they're trying to be, but they can't because they have too many people who are saying, you'll never make it. You'll never be anything. You're wasting your time. Give up. Do something else. But if we gave up on everything that we dreamed about, that we wanted, if we gave up on our passion, our love, then we would basically let the enemy win. There are so many things on my bucket list that I want to do. But I'm not here to prove a point. I'm not here to tell somebody, oh, I did this and you still didn't do it. Those are the haters, the naysayers, the doubters, the unappreciators. Sometimes you gotta say to yourself, this friend that I have, are they happy for me? Or they just want to see me fall? Are they here cheering me on at the finish line? Or they're just angry inside, hoping that one day that I will fall and land in a pile of mud. In today's society, people want to see you lose and rather see you win. When you win, they get jealous. They say, oh, you only won the race because somebody helped you. It's not true. Some people win races because they work hard. They gave it their all. They struggled. They got rid of so many things to get what they really wanted. They didn't cheat. They just tried to survive in life. But people don't see that. They're not here to tell you congratulations or clap their hands and say you did it, sis. I knew you could do it. For every person that wins, there's a person that hates. For every person that cheers on, is another person asking why. How come I didn't get picked? Why do they always pick the same people for the basketball games? It is. I've had so many bad experiences in life. And then sometimes I say to myself, I don't even know if it could have got any worse. See, I talk about life and I share the stuff that I've been through. I've been bullied, cracked on, taken advantage of. I lived a life that most people are not here to tell their story. It's not called telling your business. It's called spreading awareness. It's called letting people know that they're not the only ones that have been through certain things. Holding secrets or whatever you've been through that is shameless, that you feel ashamed of. That just means, you know what? You can never take back a mistake that you made. You just got to move forward. You can't take back something that you did when you was a teenager. Sometimes, wow. See, that's the reality. It's sad. I hope your friends are, I hope you're all right now. Well, you know what? At least your friend, which that'll be your true friend forever. Because they know that when the chips are down, when they need somebody to call, you're going to come running. And the sad part it's hard to find people like you. Because people are too busy judging. They're too busy putting false labels on people's name that doesn't go with their personality. That doesn't go with what they align with. Just because somebody was acting dirty when they was younger, that doesn't mean you got to be like, oh, I remember you. You was on every corner of the street. Okay. So just because somebody's been on every corner of the street, that doesn't mean they can't change. That doesn't mean they can't be who they want to be. See, that's why they give you a mind. Your mind is used for thinking. And not every time you're going to make the right decision. But you're not always going to make the wrong one either. Sometimes you don't even have to know the person. You can just look at them and say to yourself, you know what? For some reason, I don't know what it is, but I don't like this person. Sometimes looking at somebody, you can tell if you're going to like them or not. That happens to me because sometimes I just punched him. Wow. I'll pray for you. Father, Lord, we come here today, not only for Coley, but everybody that's going through situations in life, that are going through the struggles, the pain, the suffering, that are crying on the inside because they're too scared to cry on the outside. It's not because they're scared. It's because people are busy calling people weak. The ones with the kind-hearted souls. The, the ones that know that not every battle they're going to win. Not every race they're going to win. Not every mountain they're going to make it to the top. But they will try their hardest. Lay your hands on these people that need help. Let them know that the tears that they cry are not tears of shame, agony, or pain. That soon those tears will turn into joy. And not every day the sun will be out. There will be some days when the storm will come. The people will go through things. But that's the part of life. And the true people who are meant to be with them, to be right by their side, make sure those people, nothing happens to them. Let them be covered. Amen. Good morning. A prayer. A small little prayer to the world. You know, I used to go to church, but bye. Thank you for coming, okay? I go live like once a week. If you ever see me live again, you can stop by. I prayed for you. Good night. Take care of yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Terri Hyppolite. If you like my live, please subscribe to my YouTube channel where you get all the latest news updates. You heard it first, straight from the source. If you have any questions or if you want to know anything, just post it in the comment section. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. 'Cause God only knows the real you. That's the kind of love that God only knows. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. For the strength of stand. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. 'Cause God only knows the real you. That's the kind of love that God only knows. You know what's sad sometimes? When you see a picture of somebody that you love in the skies, the clouds. Sometimes you feel like sometimes I feel like I let certain people down. 'Cause I know that's not what they wanted for me. That's not the life that they wanted me to live. What are you doing, kiddo? 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 I don't know sometimes. I see your face in the skies. Some family members, you'll love them forever. Even if they're here or they're no longer here, you'll never forget them. And certain ones, you don't even want to remember their last names. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. For the strength of sinner. Get back up again, get back up again, get back up again. Oh, here, there's nothing I feel. That your heart will go on. You'll stay forever this way. I believe that your heart will. You'll stay forever this way. I believe that your heart will go on. We'll stay forever this way. I believe that. What the hell? I'm trying to play pool, but it's hard. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. I don't know how to play this. Games because it's like I'm trying to swing the stick, but this is hard. I'm not playing this. Nah, I'm playing another game. Don't give up. Figure it out. God only knows what you've been through. I'm playing this game. Why aren't you playing this in VR? You know VR chat has pool. It's easier in VR. Aren't you playing this on VR? I don't know what what VR is. Well, Uncle B, that means you're here. No, I ran before because I got scared. You know I'm a chicken. Choo, 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 choo. Let's see the basketball. I charge my phone in a minute. Ow! I don't know how to play this basketball. Ow! 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 Woo, I made it. Ow! 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 I won. All right, time for me to get off of the live. 38%. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everybody for supporting my live. Please come again. I'm going to try to get on more frequently, at least like once a week. Because, if I get on longer than that, then I won't have anything to talk about.